You're listening to the Infinite Bliss Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Robinson, the Gregarious Hermit. Hey everybody, welcome and thank you for joining me. So I have a few exciting meditations to go through with you tonight. We're obviously going to start with our usual gentle relaxation meditation to get rid of all of the stress from the day. And then after the break, I'm going to teach you a meditation that is directly aimed at silencing your mind. So you're going to observe your thoughts so closely that your mind will kind of get a little bit scared, like, oh no, why is he looking at me so closely? And it'll go quiet. And then after that, I'm going to teach you another meditation where we relax so deeply that you will just flood your body with endorphins and just allow just this wonderful chemistry to flood your whole body, and you'll just leave you with this wonderful, joyous feeling. So let's get started as we always do, and I'm just going to mute everybody here. It's bad enough that I have to talk on here, but all right, so sit nice and comfortably. Give yourself a moment to just adjust yourself in your seat. Make yourself nice and tall with your feet flat on the floor. And then just gently close your eyes. And before we relax our body, I want you to just turn your focus to your breathing for a moment. I want you to just relax your breath. Just breathe in ever so gently. Notice that little bit of stillness at the top of your breath. And then as you exhale, again, very gently, just allow your breath to float down and just start your body relaxing. Now moving down to our feet, I want you to make sure they're flat on the floor so you make as much surface contact with the ground as you can. Feel your feet expanding as you relax those muscles. And then moving on up to your calf muscles. Just relax and release any stress and any tension that's there. Feel that gentle tug of gravity pulling the muscle down. Just feel it pulling on the tendon right behind your knee. Now moving on up to your thighs and your hamstrings. Just allow those muscles to relax, release any tension, and feel yourself sinking into your seat cushions and becoming part of the upholstery. Moving on up to your hips and your pelvis and your lower back. If you can, make sure that your hips are tipped forward slightly so that it puts your spine up nice and straight, so that all of the weight of your upper body pushes down right at the base of the spine. And I want you to relax those muscles around your kidneys. Just imagine that whole region of your back just relaxing and any muscle tension just dissolving and dropping away. And moving on up to your shoulders and your neck. Allow your shoulder blades to drop. Allow the muscles in your back to relax. Feel as though there's a really nice warm blanket just draped across your shoulders. And somebody is gently pressing down on the top of your shoulders. Allow your shoulder blades to go wherever they want to go, wherever is neutral. Allow your elbows to relax. And moving on up to your neck and your head, Make sure your head is positioned directly over your shoulders and over your spine. You want all of that weight to transfer straight through to the base of your spine. And you don't want to use any muscle power to hold it there. So just find that spot where it just seems to balance all on its own without any effort. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Keeping your mouth closed, just allow your teeth to separate slightly. Make sure you're not squinting or frowning. Just allow your face to relax. All of the stress from the day is leaving your body. As you sit there in relaxation, just feel the muscles tingling as all of that stress just dissipates. It's just floating away from you. Now let's turn our attention to our breathing. And tonight, I want us to breathe using our diaphragm. So we're going to pay attention to our stomach. And as you breathe in, I want you to intentionally make your stomach rise or move outwards, just like it's a beach ball inflating. And then as you breathe out, just try to collapse that beach ball. Allow your stomach to move in towards your spine. And then as you breathe in again, just allow your stomach to expand outwards. We're used to following the breath in the chest or the nose. So using your stomach is a good alternative, and it's a good distraction for your mind. So just follow that gentle rhythm. As you breathe in, your stomach expands outwards. And as you breathe out, just notice it collapsing back in as the air leaves your body. Just notice that gentle rhythm. If you're not used to breathing with your diaphragm, it can be a little tricky at first. But that's also why it's easy to focus on that. So I want you to do that now for 5 minutes, all on your own. And remember, as you breathe out, just try to relax every other muscle in your body. If you really focus on that wave of your stomach rising and falling, it'll lull you into some deep relaxation. So just keep following your stomach, gently rising and falling with each breath. Okay, so that's the end of our 5 minutes. Now, before you open your eyes, as I was doing that meditation, I realized that watching your diaphragm move like that is a little bit like watching a boat that's tied up in the harbor. And as the waves come in, there's up and down movement, but also side to side as the boat just gently moves and rocks around. And that's the motion that I felt when I was observing my diaphragm. And it really is such a gentle motion. It's almost like being in a hammock. So very, very relaxing. So I want you to just start to become aware of your body again. Feel your feet pressing into the floor. Feel the air entering your body through your nose. Listen to any sounds in the world around you. And then when you're ready, just open your eyes and come on back. All right, so I know that can be a little bit difficult. We're not normally used to breathing with our stomach. It seems to be a skill that has been lost, but it's very good for your body to do that. You actually, you are massaging your organs just by moving your diaphragm like that. When you breathe just from your chest and your lungs, that's all that's really moving. But when you breathe with your diaphragm, you're just creating a vacuum in your abdomen, and it just really kind of squishes your organs, and it helps your food move through, and gives your kidneys and your liver a little massage, so it gets all of those fluids and things moving around. So really, really good for you. And even if you don't do it as a formal meditation, while you're out shopping, you can just practice. And we should breathe like that all the time. Whenever you see a dog laying on the ground breathing, that's you see their stomach moving more than anything else. Or even a newborn baby. When you watch a newborn baby when they're sleeping, you see it's their stomach that moves, not necessarily just the lungs. But for some reason, as we get older, we just forget to do that, or I'm not sure what the reason is. But it is a really great skill. So that's the first meditation. Hopefully, you guys got a little bit out of that. I'm just going to run the splash screen very quickly because this is where I'm going to end the recording for people on Spotify and YouTube. So stick around for 10 seconds. I'll be right back.